and she come in the comment section with pressure. So then I'm like, okay, Roller said, why are you this me coming back to TikTok months later being in somebody's box on something? We vibing on something totally different. Here you come talking trash in the comment section. Her name is Queen Curves Bam. Roller set been running around TikTok disliking me for years. All right, I can live with it. Anyway, so then I call her Roller set, say a couple of little things to her. She ain't come in that box, $2 live. She ain't come in that box, right? She goes over to Tea Time Live and say, I got to air out some grievances. So she said some ignorant stuff about Rose, some ignorant stuff about Trina, and then she get to me and say some real. She was on me for about 10 or 15 minutes, it seemed like. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched the first few minutes. So then I said, you know what? Enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to keep letting, because I don't let people up over on my box to just like drag other people. That ain't my content. If you got a problem with that person, you need to go live and you need to drag them. But you're not going to come over here and bring all that stress and pressure over here. Or if you are, then I'm going to say, hey, go get that person because so-and-so got a problem with it. I don't have a problem with people confronting each other if that's what they need to do and they just happen to be in my space. But I try to keep my space neutral where we don't be bringing folks other problems into what we talking about, right? So anyway, so I just said, that's enough. That's enough. Like, nah, because bitch, at this point, you think you bullying me. And I don't get bullied. I'm too old and too quick to draw to get bullied. I ain't gonna get bullied by no bitch that don't know which way she coming or going. By no bitch that think the side chicks is winning. By no bitch that don't have a full set of teeth. You can't bully me, baby. Now, I might be patient with you because I feel sorry for you. See, there's a difference.
She's
I feel
gumming her way
sorry
through
for
the
you.
conversation.
She gummed her way through the whole conversation.
Bitch, I'm
She ain't
so
got
glad you
she
back.
ain't got enough of nah, I can't do that. You can't be up in my face with your chiclet ass mouth talking crazy cause like I can go there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just cause don't take somebody discernment and somebody like humbling themselves as like a sign of weakness, cause that's not weakness. That's a sign of strength when you say, okay, I know this person fucked up in the head, so therefore I'm not gonna do all that on them. I'ma chill on them. See, that was that situation. Like, I know you ain't right in the head, so I'ma chill on you because I feel sorry for you. But my patience only goes so far. And that was what you seen was the end of my
Okay. So
patience.
that kind of, but I got a small summary. So that was a big summary. So okay, I get it. Okay. Ooh, Lord, fix it.
Now, mind you, though, keep in mind, everything that I described to you, nobody came on my panel and attacked her. Ever. They never came on my panel and attacked her. Because I'm not like that. I'm going to stop it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to nip it in the bud. Or I'm going to let the person be over there. She has gotten into it with people on the panel. But they both were on the panel. And I didn't drop nobody or mute nobody other than if I had to say something. Because that's fair. Somebody talking about you, yeah, you should be able to come over there and say something. But she knew I had pressure for him. And she knew I was finna come up and say something ignorant. But I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say it. I said, that motherfucker
So wait a
serious
minute.
thing.
So are you and her open to remending, or y'all just like fuck it, let it leave?
What I need her for? What I need her for, Barb?
Not saying you need it, but you are like
Girl, I
you're
don't need that
you're
negativity. I don't need that
known for
negativity.
amending fences, so you don't.
I don't need that negativity in my life. Now, some people they can be redeemed, and I'll be like, you know what, yeah. And there's others, I just can't. I just can't. Once I go there with you, I'm straight on you for real. Like a little bit, like I'd be more likely to talk to Queen Curves Bam because I kind of miss her trolling me in the comment section. So I'd be more willing to talk to her than I will for T because T weaponized her following. She weaponized her platform, and then she tried to sit there and play victim.
Wait,
You can't
wait,
you
wait,
you
wait,
can't
wait,
be the
wait. You just
aggressor
said
and play
something.
victim at the
Wait a
same
minute.
time.
Wait a minute. You just said something that was key to me because I want to ask T about it. You said T weaponized her platform. You mean in the same way she said that Diamond weaponized her black platform to her?
Yeah, like when she was doxing Diamond, putting Diamond information out on that Pink Panther page and then telling people on her page, I don't do all that. I don't do that. I don't troll. I don't put people information out. I don't dox people. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all all high and mighty, but then you the Pink Panther and a whole bunch of other troll pages. Then tried to set Foxy up to take that page so that if it ever came out, Foxy would be in control of that page and take the fall for putting Diamond's information out. See, you speak with a forked tongue. That's a snake. That's a snake. Any woman that's like that, who morals are impeachable like that, they snakes. You can't trust that around you. So nah, there will be no amends. She stay her ass over there on side chick talk, and I'm gonna stay my ass on drag talk. And we just don't vibe with each other. I ain't gotta necessarily have no beef with her, but you add nothing to my life. You add no value. You bring nothing of substance to my life that I would need at this point in my life. That side chick shit, people was doing that stuff. I never did it, but people was doing that stuff in their 20s. You 40, 50, 60 years old still doing that. You just a chump. You just a chump.
Oh, you got away with words, bitch.
In your 20s, you running around. He got a girlfriend over here, you the girlfriend over there and stuff like that. People did that stuff. It's young and dumb. You know what I'm saying? You do this stupid stuff when you young. But when you 40 and you got bills and you got people depending on you and you can end up homeless, you ain't got time calling and checking with the wife on whether or not her husband came home or asking the wife to put a good word in for you with her husband or ex-husband. Come on, man. Like, grow up. What you gonna bring to me? Chaos and confusion. The devil is always the author of chaos and confusion. And that bitch right there is the devil. And I'm an atheist.
I was trying to
How's
read
that?
my Bible, but I'm too far in. I done had some drinks. So I'm going to let that motherfucker go in case it catch on fire in my hand.
Anybody that bring chaos and confusion to your life or tell you that chaos and confusion is the way to go, the way to live, that's just something evil speaking through them to you. Living evil and hurting people and breaking up families and taking a piece of a man instead of demanding the whole man or no man. Oh, baby, you ain't nothing but confusion and chaos. You ain't nothing but fighting up and down the street like a hood rat. That's hood rat activities. You 50 years old. Like, who's still
It's
doing
not
hood rat
50.
activities at 50? She old? Her mouth old?
Bitch, let me go on mute. Mute me. Mute me.
She old. So if you old, you don't have a luxury. You don't got a lot of days left on this earth. I don't got a lot of days left on this earth, right? So I'm not finna waste my time running up and down the street after
Please.
somebody else man.
Capital,
I'm not.
please.
I'm just saying, when you old,
You saying you could categorize. Ooh,
listen, when you old, you gotta make old people
First
choices,
of all,
right?
you're calling her old by her mouth, right? Right?
Her mouth geriatric, yeah.
That don't make her old, girl.
But you got an old mouth and old feet and old hands. You old. Like listen, you got liver spots and stuff. You old. All right, I'm old. I'm not calling her nothing.
What
I ain't
the
calling
fuck
myself.
is liver spots? Cause I be drinking, bitch. You scare me. What is liver?
Nah, that's like them spots them people be getting on their arms and stuff. They look like big old freckles.
I
And
ain't got-
they age spots. They call them age spots. You got age
I
spots.
thought
You
that was
old.
skin
Well,
cancer.
what you know what that lady feet look like?
I don't know. I just imagine if she take care of her mouth like that, her feet probably look a little treacherous too. I'm just putting two and two together.
Do you hear what's going? Glock probably somewhere out the door smoking a cigar.
I'm just saying. So she gonna try to break my life down by playing a little bit and pausing it. And then she gonna say she in a winter hat. You dumb trick. A knit hat in the Midwest is not a damn winter hat. You go running out here with a knit hat on your head, and I got central AC, baby, so I can put my damn thermostat down. I don't got no landlord to worry about come and tell me not to put my stuff down, baby. I owns this, so I can put my stuff down on 65 degrees if I want. Most days I be in a doggone hoodie in my own crib because they don't like to be warm and I don't like to be cold. So at the end of the day, I got central AC. When I turn it on, it blows throughout this entire crib. I can wear a hat. I can wear a coat. I can wear your coat, bitch. I can wrap up in a blanket. I can do all kind of things in my house.
But Cap, I think she moved to an apartment that got central air.
She in a rental house.
Huh?
I don't have to have somebody come
I ain't gonna lie.
off TikTok and help me get brakes and tires or whatever not on my doggone car. I don't need none of that.
I don't know why I got up here with this motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
You hell, bro.
I held all that back though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm trying to break it up.
I'm simply saying you got to look at when you put somebody in your life, and I think a lot of us do that. We don't bring no value, and then we wonder why this scallywag is sitting there causing chaos in our life. Well, in our life that bring no value, you bring no, and that go for man, woman, my kid, a dog. I don't care what you are. If you bring no value,
please, you not been in this live. You been out there smoking them goddamn cigars. You don't know what's going on.
No,
go ahead, Campbell.
You know I have to clean up before I go to bed. I was in the
if you bring no value, then it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. And sometimes we try, as Black women, we always try to save people or try to see point of view.
I did not.
You didn't do
my tea time.
I've done activated Kappa all over.
I'm just saying.
I did not activate.
Wait a minute. Am I lying? Am I lying though?
Well, my purpose was I thought I could breathe. I didn't know it went to a point of no return. I was like, hey, do y'all think y'all can get back together? I didn't know this was gonna be it. It's a rental house.
We ain't Cheech and Chong. I only used to go over there to watch her argue and mispronounce Corey's name. That's it. The stuff that she talk about bear very little. It's no interest of mine whatsoever. The fact that she write books, you know what I'm saying? Like I read a lot and stuff like that. That was a little interesting. But like them Scarlet Letters or Strawberry Letters or whatever she was reading, the side chick sagas and all that stuff, none of that stuff bear no interest of mine. Now, you over there talking, like when Diamond was talking about crypto and stuff like that, yeah, I was watching Diamond live. I like stuff like that, financial stuff. Thinking through things and stuff like that. But, I mean, come on. She to be in that environment, and if you find yourself being the smartest person in the room, you need to get up and change goddamn rooms and challenge yourself. Glock is an entrepreneur. Glock has her stuff together. Me and Glock can talk for 5, 6, 7 hours on the phone.
I'm a lot lizard.
Because Glock keeps me engaged and entertained, and she's also intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit down and talk to no bum bitch, and all she can talk about is where she throwing her cootie cat to, and what husband she done pulled, and fight the hoes in the street, and this girl looked at me at the club. I am too old to be worried about some skank looking at me in the club.
You see me trying to take my little hoe bath so I can get up into this truck stop so I can make some money.
You're lying. But I'm saying, though, think about it. When you get to a certain age, Barb, because I know you younger, you way younger than us. When you get to a certain age,
I may not be.
You are. Yeah, I know.
What the hell y'all age is?
Take the compliment.
We 50s.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
So when you get to a certain age, Barb, you start hearing that clock tick in the back of your head.
What color the pin should I put on to go?
Not that. We ain't that damn old. We ain't that old. But I'm saying you start hearing that clock ticking, right? You and Tasha, y'all young. So y'all still got time to get out here and make mistakes. Y'all still got time to start over. Y'all still got time to buy houses, sell houses, move, do all that stuff. When you get to a certain age, you can't be playing with your finances. You can't play with your time. You can't play with niggas in the streets. And all three of them, that's what you're doing over there with that girl. That girl offer no substance other than to tell you to live a miserable life, be a side chick, take a piece of a man instead of either you make a demand and tell that man, hey, you either want to be with her or you want to be with me. You know why a woman become a side chick? Because she knows she don't got the strength and veracity to take the man and keep the man herself. So she take a piece of the man because that's all she can hold on to is that piece of a man. And she's willing to demean herself to that piece of a man instead of saying, make a choice. Because she know in the back of her head, if he got to make a choice, it ain't going to be her. It's going to be the wife or some other side chick and the wife. She know what she got.
This is a lot to put in my garbage disposal.
She ain't going to get, Kia, she ain't going to get shit. I'm speaking the truth.
You're gonna get
any woman that give a man permission to mistreat them, to neglect them, to use them, Well, baby, you just not a woman. You a little girl. Women get what they want, and little girls take what they can.
Now I can't agree with you on that.
My
Like
mama, I just had
you
this
don't have
conversation with my mama, Kappa, and you
and
ain't
you
lying.
don't have permission to hurt me over and over again. I can, like, cause I'm a woman. I have feelings. I don't know what type of breed T-Time is. She seems to be a different breed of this earth that I've never encountered before. Like, okay, I'm cool. Yeah, okay, but I don't know what type of breed she is. I personally wouldn't accept the things that she accept, but me and her are two different individuals. I just don't know what to say on that because I wouldn't accept it, and I just say, okay, teach his own. I move on. You know, I don't dwell on it because that's her pain. She got to go through, and my life is my life. You know what I'm saying? I have my own hurt, my own pain, or whatever I go through in life. But that I don't want that, and I
Yeah,
don't.
but let me ask you something. When you met your husband, was your husband a piece of a man?
I don't have a husband, Glock.
I said Kappa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That go for any woman in here that's in a marriage.
I've never messed with a man that's been in a relationship, married or
I can
otherwise.
speak on that. I have a baby
I don't
daddy,
take
right?
pizza men.
My baby daddy wasn't a piece of a man, but I just don't like him, you know, because of my sexuality. I ain't gonna say I drove him to be mean, but
Hey, Llama Kane.
he wanted a relationship. He wanted man. He wanted everything, right? So he didn't know that doesn't make him a man. We just because and I respect we be all the time. We good. You know what I'm saying? We are good.
Right.
The only way that I would say that my husband was a piece of man when I met him because he was not a man at the time. He was not a full-blown man. He was a man. He was a man. He was by age, but he was not a man completely. And
But that's
I was
different,
not a
Glock.
woman. I know it's a different, but when people get offended when you ask that question, outside of this conversation, just go to somebody and ask them. They'll get offended by that question before they really literally sit down and think about it. Where did I meet this man at when I am?
But at the same time,
Yeah, basically, honestly, I feel like we all meet them where we're at. In my
exactly,
opinion,
you
that's just my
grow.
opinion.
Exactly. I'm not the woman I was 20 plus 30 years ago.
I wasn't
I'm
a
a
woman at
full grown
all.
now.
I was
Exactly.
a woman by
Right.
age,
My
but I was
mentality is
not a
different.
woman by the word. Yes, I had the parts. Yes, I could fuck. Yes, I could
But
get
your
pregnant.
mentality.
Yes, I can spit out a baby. Baby, I would let my motherfucking lights go out to go and get me some goddamn clothes. Do you hear me? I was not a woman. I would
See, I
literally
was
go write a fucking check knowing that the money wasn't in there for a fucking light bill.
So
I
was always super responsible. I was always the super responsible one. So I
Right,
didn't
Wonder
do
Woman.
all of that. But I will tell you that for many years, I put my career in front of any relationship. My career came first. You know what I'm saying?
Like Kappa, that's where me and you agree. I'm a super scary bitch. You know that what if creed I live on? That's what I
Yeah,
live.
me
What
too.
if you can't do it? What if I can't? You know,
What if I can't cover that check? What if they come lock me up?
I
What if,
live by
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I've always lived by that. I know it's fucked up, but
No, it's not. Because
No,
that's
it's
how you
not.
don't end up
I
having to
live
ask
by.
for money on
It
TikTok
keeps
to
your
pay your
antennas
bills.
up. It keeps your antennas up. You always have that word up. I'm always going,
Yeah.
no matter how blessed I am, and I know that I am abundantly blessed, I'm still going to have that what if in the back of my mind.
And I'm going to always have an extra
Yeah,
plan.
I always have
I
a
got
don't get it twisted. I've slipped. But the beauty of life is I came back so hard, I don't even know what to do. You know what I'm saying? After that, I be like, bitch, I didn't even recognize myself. I wanted to pull myself out my body and say, bitch, that's you. You know, you
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
and we always have
you
a weakness. My
telling you.
weakness was cars and motorcycles. Always have a weakness. I'm talking about I couldn't get enough of them. I couldn't upgrade them. I couldn't put a sound system in them fast enough. I couldn't get rims on them fast. That was always my weakness.
So we know what we talking about then.
Yes, that was also, yeah, but I won't get my lights cut off because I'm trying to go buy some rims or put a sound system or tint my windows.
You see, I have to take ownership in the day because I always knew I had this mechanism that would bail me out. That was my fucking
Yeah, bring your
kid.
black
My
Tia.
parents, I knew my parents would, and that's why I can't listen to the side chick theory. I can't listen to all that stuff because even though I've been on this live all the time with y'all, I'm muted. My husband's bag is packed, ready for his truck. He has had dinner. All of his whatnots are sitting in his other bag to take to his truck in the morning. I have kissed him goodnight, and now I'm still back here with y'all. But before he leave out this house, he ain't gonna see one speck of dirt on his way out. You understand? And he goddamn sure ain't gonna see it when they come in.
But let's be
I
honest.
cannot
The side
understand
chick
the
is not for
theory of a
you.
man,
That side
my
chick thing
man,
is for you
picking another
though.
woman over me. I don't understand it. So yes, therefore I can say, T said, I can't tell you what I would do if my man was with another man. Oh yes, the fuck I can tell you. Bitch, I'm not. I can't compete with no motherfucking man. Now, as wide as my back is, he can flip me over in the goddamn back and think he would. I'm a wide receiver for the Jaguars, but I can't
I'm
accept
not
that
competing
shit.
with nobody.
I can't
No,
accept
I'm not
that
competing.
shit.
I'm not competing with
Only,
nobody because I'm
like
not gonna make you
my
compete with
only
nobody.
disagreement with T theory is side chicks are not winning because one thing about love is a powerful motherfucker. And at the rate that it's going now, I'm sorry, I had to bring this sort of the segment up. These niggas now, fuck the side chick. You could find out they got a side chick and say, I'll be on my way. Guess what? Next week, you having a fish fry for him and your son. Side
Yep.
chicks are not winning. They not winning. All they doing is getting a bad name in the neighborhood. Like, oh, that boy man, that girl man, or that boy man, whoever.
They
Designed
can't.
by
They
Cassandra, you know
Y'all
you
know what
up
I
here.
mean by fish
Hold on,
fry, right?
y'all. Designed by Cassandra, you know you up here.
No, I don't think so.
Maj, y'all bring her down. I have never been a side chick. I have never desired to be a side chick. I will never be a side chick.
I,
The
I,
reason why.
I hold a lot of
I can
fucking
tell y'all
sense.
I've been a
But
side chick. Let me tell
let's
y'all
keep in
something.
mind.
I've been
Let's
a
keep in
side
mind
chick, but
why
it
men
wasn't
have
by
side chicks.
motherfucking choice. But the havoc I motherfucking caused, I don't think damn bitch would ever try to ever put me in that category again because you got to remember some people don't know they're in that position. Men lie,
Listen,
women
well,
lie.
that's just somebody you don't call a woman who don't know that a man is married or
Yeah,
has their
Oh,
kids.
that's
You
not.
don't call them a side chick.
wait. We talk about
Yeah.
strictly marriage because I never dated.
Nah, a side chick is a chick that
That
know
is
that the man has
knowingly
a
know that
Yeah.
marriage
the
or
kid
something
is
else,
No,
and
married.
she's
I ain't did
engaging
that.
in it.
I ain't did.
Nah, if you messing with somebody and he's married and he hid that from you, he just pulled the wool over your eyes. You not a
I don't
side
consider
chick.
that woman
Right.
a side chick.
Right.
Yeah, I don't consider.
I
Yeah,
consider her
that's
a
just
victim,
treachery.
just like I do the wife.
Right.
I don't
Yep.
know. Yeah, I ain't did that one, but
But it's just feeding into
it's
the
a lot going
patriarchal
on in this
society.
day.
This what I think. We just when women degrade themselves like that, you feeding into the patriarchal society because 9 times out of 10, the man would never tolerate his woman having a side dude.
Right.
Or a
He
side
would lose
bitch.
his mind.
Or a
Right.
side
Or
bitch. That's why
yeah,
Or a
exactly.
baby
So
outside of that relationship.
why should they get their cake and eat it too? You
Ooh,
either
I
want
got
to
a
be
good
single
scenario for y'all.
or you
So
want to be in a relationship.
I know somebody, right? Who got with this dude, right? He was married, right? Listen to the story. He was married, he had a couple kids, by the wife. They got together, moved out of state, they moved to New York, whatever, right? And so the bitch was acting funny. The bitch had her own kids, she was acting funny. So y'all, the bitch friend was buying the kid shit, the nigga kid shit, cause she was like, yeah, that ain't called for whatever. All right. So the bitch had beef with her friend, kind of like slowed down with her friend. So the friend like, okay, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you got, whatever. So child girl, they moved back to what is that? Virginia. They moved back to Virginia. So they moved back to Virginia. The nigga got with the wife, got back with the wife. So the whole like, nah, fuck this shit. The hoe went back to New York knowing she was pregnant with this nigga baby. Like, oh, I'm pregnant with your baby, whatever, and all this shit. This stupid ass nigga went to fucking New York, right, y'all? Went back to New York, got back with her, ended up packing shit. They went back to Virginia. Mind you, went back to Virginia, their hometown. She had a baby, everything successful. Do you know that girl treated them, that boy outside kids like shit, treated like shit, pat them up, did everything.
I
Everything.
can believe it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
do
fucked
that.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that, and it's still like that's like one of the things I always thought about too when my kids was little was that I always wanted my children to be grown before anything ever happened to me. So like I had bought a motorcycle when I was 18, crashed it, didn't get another motorcycle until my last kid crossed over the threshold where she would be good enough to advocate for herself, simply for the fact that I didn't want no other bitch raising my kids ever,
Hmm.
ever,
Yeah.
You
ever.
gotta be careful with these bitches. These hoes
Yeah,
are grimy. Like,
grimy.
if you ain't ready to go to jail, don't have no kid. Because I realized that like I don't have my baby got a good stepmom. Thank you, baby. I love you. You my girlfriend too. But we just don't do nothing. But y'all got to be careful with who
A
you
woman
have.
that will hurt another woman's children because she's with the father is
You
a
a big
bitch that
motherfucker.
needs to be an organ donor. Do you hear me?
Well, that hoe was scared, I guess. I don't know.
Organ donor.
Y'all gonna
Can
have
I
to go
ask
to
y'all?
prison for
Organ
a little
donor.
bit of that
All
Can
of
I
stuff.
ask y'all
that.
a question?
Any bitch that would hurt another woman's children because she's with that father, she needs to be an organ donor.
I'd have fucked
I'ma
that
sign
bitch
your card
upside
and
down
do the
if it was
operation
my
for
kid.
you if you hurt one of mine. Well, that can't happen because mine grown. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that females, what always got me with them scenarios is why don't the parent stand up for their children? If you, how you gonna
What
bring
you
somebody
mean?
around your kid?
Everybody don't care. Listen, every,
I'm just saying you can't
everybody
come
don't
and
care
make
for their
that's
kid. You know
still
why?
me though. That's still me.
Pepper? Cause he hold. First of all, grandmothers are young. They compete with their daughter, right? So the daughter
Yeah, in
trade
some
that
cases,
shit
yep.
down. It's like a trade line. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a trade.
trauma.
I
They
swear to God,
yeah,
these hoes
generational
think it's credit cards.
trauma.
They train it down and they compete. The mama, the grandma competing with her daughter, and now the daughter competing with her daughter. It's a generational curse that these hoes
It's
refuse to
generational trauma.
break.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I
gonna tell
think
you what the
also
root
too,
cause of it is: my man, my man, my man, my man, my man.
but you
Why?
have to
Why
admit
my
the
man? My
grandmothers
man.
are getting way younger. The
I'm
grandmothers
telling you
are
what it
way younger.
is.
Yeah.
These
But
hoes,
she had to become a grandmother by what? Having a child. The
right? But
same
they don't look at it.
with
You know the
my
praying
oldest
grandma's
daughter.
almost gone, right? Y'all know the praying grandmother's always gone, almost gone.
Yeah. But listen,
We living in a different age. Okay, let me put it this way.
wait,
You
let me
remember
say
when
this real quick,
we used
Barb. Hold
to
on, let me
sit
say
down the
this.
street,
Hold on, Barb,
Papa,
Barb. Let me
and
say this real quick. You was talking about the generational trauma because our grandparents, grandmothers wasn't allowed to divorce their husbands. They had nowhere to go. They was trapped. So their daughters had to endure so much trauma. And since the daughters endured the trauma and grew up hating their mothers, they then in turn turned around. They can't take it out on their mama, but what they can do is they can take it out on their daughter. So
generation
Hmm.
curse.
generational trauma, it's a curse that's passed
Yeah.
down hand to hand to hand, where the mama make the daughter feel like she less than, but in actuality, the daughter makes the mama feel like she less than, and they're resentful to each other. In the
No,
meantime, the grandmama could not, or did not, or chose not to protect her daughters. Because how many women stayed in them bad marriages where the husband was either beating them or the husband had another family across town? Where you think this side chick stuff
Yeah.
come from?
Nigga,
Where
Yeah.
granddaddy,
it's like kids over
You
everything.
don't do that, Kappa, because God, listen, as when we become adult, we have the right to say, I'm going to serve God and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? God give you the wisdom. When you read a Bible, I read a Bible and clearly did not understand the fuck what I was reading. I said, I'm sick of this shit. Help me understand. Ask not, have not. If you ask for understanding, you get it. If you don't want to be pulled out of that trauma, you will forever be in it. Make
yes,
sense? I don't give a fuck
yes.
what come out your mouth. You can spit the hardest game you can spit in your motherfucking life.
But in a
Until you
twofold
have
though,
that
Bart,
conversation with
they also
yourself,
shame, but they also shame people. Yes, they turned you towards going to
you can't
church,
shame me for
but they
going.
turned you towards going to church. But how many parents told their kids, basically ain't nothing wrong with you. You don't need counseling. You don't need therapy. You don't need this.
There's a
They shamed
lot.
them away from
But
therapy,
you
but
missing the
told them to
point
go to
what I'm
church.
saying,
And who
Kappa.
is the biggest predator but the doggone organized religion with pastors sitting up
Exactly.
there
Yeah.
passing
But
through all the
Kappa, you're
doggone
missing
church?
the point. As at what age do we grow up, right? Even though we went through this shit, we tired of this shit. We know this shit is fucked up, right? What age do we grow up and say, you know what? I'm not dwelling this shit on mine. So people come out of that okay. That's a
Yourself and
choice.
say,
You
when
either
you look
want to
at
sit in
yourself and
your
say, I
sorrow.
need help, I need counseling, I'm not strong enough to do this on my own. When you come to the realization that you turn up your life, you passing down trauma to your daughters. Your daughters are going to be traumatized. They're going to pass
You
it
see
down
what
to
I'm
your
saying?
granddaughters and your great granddaughters. And the next thing you know, you're going to have a 5-line history of side chicks, prostitutes, women that then got beat on and stayed in bad relationships, and mentally ill bitches in your
Wait a
family. That's what you're
damn
going to
And
end
minute.
up
my
with.
thing is, even
You
if,
know
okay,
I'm
you said
you
everybody don't believe in the Bible.
prostitute.
That's true.
Well,
But you believe in the situation you're going through, right? You don't
Yep.
have to believe in the Bible to put an end to your fucking situation.
you do not have to believe in the Bible to be a good human
Good
being.
person.
Exactly.
Right.
Period. When
Right.
you know better, you do better.
Do
Do
But
better.
better.
people don't know, they
Kappa.
repeat the same things over and over and over again.
Absolutely.
Me. I call that willing, because you're willing to sacrifice yourself to be in this situation. You're willing to sacrifice your grandkids. You're willing to do this. You're willing to do that.
It's
I don't give a
subconscious
fuck.
though.
I ain't can't now. I'm gonna stand on my belief. You are the matriarchs of demolishing
The
this
family.
earth.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. If you're able enough to have this conversation with me about this and that, bitch, you're able to have a conversation
Barb.
with whoever to demolish
Barb.
this
Okay,
bullshit.
I'm gonna ask you this question then. Barb, how many women have you talked to that told you that they mama knew that they daddy or stepdaddy or the mama's boyfriend was doing something to them and mama did not protect them?
Tap the screen, y'all.
I've had that conversation with maybe two, not a whole lot,
Okay.
just maybe two.
I've had it with several.
But I can tell you this: those ladies, I put this on my life. If they are willing to, I'll bring these ladies to you. They living great lives. They breaking generational
Because
curse.
they willing to
Now,
talk about it, they willing to be open about it, they
yeah,
They
but
recognize the
willing to
trauma
make
and
now
they
that
one of
address
them
it.
change.
isn't. One of them isn't. She living the rough life. She still doing her thing, commit crimes, whatever. That's on you as a like. You know what you went through, right? So
Right.
you know that it was harmful. So for me, it's like, hey, would you if it was me, right? I'm gonna put that because I don't want to put you. If it was me, I'm gonna be like, you know what? You got me fucked up. My child would never. Y'all know how long Kappa, real honest shit, how long it took me to let my baby walk up the stairs? Cause
Yeah,
that's
that's
how
your
much
only child.
guardianship I
Yeah.
had on my goddamn baby. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
When you want that strength to happen, you don't have to believe in the Lord to do that. Nigga, tighten up. Hey, what you want? You want fear in her or you want strength? That's on you. You A child learns from its mother. A child learns to be scared of dogs. A child learns
Mm-hmm.
a fire is hot. Y'all, come on now. Let's reflect. We are all mothers. Where do the child learn from us? So we
Mm-hmm.
can break generational curses. My child would not know fire hot if I did not tell her, baby, fire hot. I ain't like other parents. Ain't no touch that fire. Hell no. Mommy.
Right.
Touch that. It's hot, hot, hot. My baby gets it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly. Social elementary. Thank you. Like, fuck that. Hoes got me fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
passing
you,
out.
you
Exactly.
know what
Fuck
I've
For real.
learned? This is what I've learned with, I have three adult daughters, 25, 26,
that.
and 30. Now, they're gonna always be my baby. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm outside with my dog. But the one thing that I've learned, that I've had to learn, once they were grown, to just let them be
Mm-hmm.
women, let them grow
Yep.
into themselves without me interfering. That's the hardest motherfucking thing I ever had to do, because I had to learn to, they come home, oh hey baby, how you my baby? I had to look at them a whole different other way, because they're no longer, they're gonna always be my babies in my mind, but they're really not. They are grown women with their own lives, their own marriages, and that's something that I had to come to grips with.
At some point, you have to turn off autocorrect, because if
Right.
we lead our children by autocorrect every single time, they will never get it. You
Exactly.
have to allow them to hit that wall and
But you
be
gotta have
there.
boundaries though, too though.
Right.
Okay, she
Yeah.
said her daughters are married, right? She said their marriages, etc. Right? My daughters know you cannot bring no married man talking about this your man. You
Right.
cannot bring no married man to my house. You cannot bring no man. He better be your husband if you bringing him. You can't, if
Right.
you out in the streets and you doing stuff that you know I'm not gonna agree with, like bed hopping and messing with married men and messing up families and doing all this stuff. They know I'm not gonna agree with it, so you can't bring that to me. So either you gonna hide it from me till I find out I'm still gonna be mad, or you just gonna live right. Cause I didn't raise you like that, and it ain't in your heart to be like that. Notice two parts. I didn't raise you like that, and it's not in your heart to be like that. Because to mess with somebody else's spouse, or to be a confirmed side chick, mean you got to have a cold heart to know that that person goes home and look their spouse in the eye, and you got to know that you won't be the spouse ever. In the same way you get them, if you ever do get them, gonna be the same way you lose them.
So I got a
And
question.
even though now,
I got a
even
question. Hold on,
even though
Erica.
now,
I'm sorry, Erica. Hold on.
go ahead, babe.
Because this is real important. Y'all taught them that as adults or children?
Children,
Thank you.
children.
Coming up.
That's the part I don't want y'all to
Children.
miss out
Yeah,
from
coming up.
school.
I would tell my kids, mommy love daddy, daddy love mommy,
Yep.
and that's it.
That's all I want y'all to say.
Yeah.
Right
See,
as
this is the
kids.
thing. This is something I take a whole lot of pride in. My children have never, ever in their lives seen me with another man.
Right.
Ever.
Ever, ever.
I wear that
My
shit
kids
like
ain't never even seen me inebriated.
well, I can't tell that goddamn lie.
See that I
They've
can
never. My
relate to
daughter.
none of
I
that
didn't.
shit y'all
Okay, now
Can't
said.
tell
listen.
that
I didn't
goddamn
say I
lie.
didn't ever get inebriated. My daughter. My daughter actually said that a couple of years ago. She said, I told her, I said, I'm going to lay down because I'm getting a little woozy, and she was like, we've never seen you drunk. Drunk off of 2 beers. I said, you never noticed me drunk.
Yeah, I turned
I
into
said,
a
but I
rap
had. Yeah,
stripper,
but
a
I
game
have,
number, all kind of shit. They knew.
Sorry,
and I
my
just
baby
didn't do it
good though,
around
y'all.
y'all.
My baby good. My baby
Chocolate,
good though.
Chocolate
But
BB make
that's
a
the
good
difference of
statement.
talking to your child.
Chocolate BB said, "You got to realize that a lot of people wasn't raised; they just grew up." Now, my grandmother, my mother's mother, was in a relationship with my grandfather,
That's
and
a
he used to
I don't know.
mistreat her. Right now, my grandmama had 6 kids. She ain't work. My granddaddy worked. My grandma moved and said, "You're not gonna put your hands on me no more." and said she moved her, and my mama at the time was little because my grandmother had my mother at 40, and she left and went to her sister's house. She got her a job, and she said, she was like, my mom was like, I was little, but I remember my mama looking me in the face and say, me and your daddy not together no more. You don't let nobody treat you like that. And I promise, as long as I got breath in my body, you will have food in your mouth and a roof over your head.
See, just like I told y'all the other day,
And my grandmother was born in 1925. Like, my grandma didn't play that.
when we were talking about marriage, they wanted me to talk about marriage. I am not an expert in marriage. I'm only an expert in my marriage.
Your marriage.
I am not an expert to talk to about how you raise your children. I am an expert in how the fuck I raised mine.
Yeah.
Because every scenario, every question that you ask me, I'm going to only give the scenario of what I would have done if that happened in my house. That's where these young girls get mixed up, especially when you listen to the side chick theory and this and stuff. I don't jump on panels and talk about marriage because they're going to say, well, you like hit me with your husband. It's just your husband. That's the only motherfucker I've been married to and the only one that I will be married to. I can't tell you nothing about how Carla and James do in their goddamn marriage. You can't come to me and tell me. I can't tell you about the theory that go when they say something happened in their marriage. What can you help us fix that? No. Nope. I can't, because what I'm getting ready to tell you, if that shit had happened in my marriage, this is how I was gonna fix it. Now, rather that put your ass in jail from 25 to life. I'll put you in the goddamn divorce court. It's up to you now. I ask you them questions, and if you say carry on, I'm gonna give you the best I got.
Honestly, marriage ain't for everybody.
You can get up and go get
counseling. Marriage is not for everybody.
No, that's work. That's
everybody work. Ain't meant to be married. You okay?
I just told them that yesterday.
Tell them what y'all want. Some of you hoes ain't marriage material.
I just said that yesterday. You know I don't have a problem with saying that. I got 33 years in. I have to work on this shit every single day because a few slip-ups and you can find yourself in divorce court. Or you can find yourself financially bound to somebody that you literally hate.
And Clark, I'm right behind you.
And guess what gonna happen?
Every time I see this man, I don't give a damn if it's passing through the hallway. He makes my dick get hard. Just period. I am utterly.
Them hoes end up on Snap and what's that other one for my man? What's the other one? The good one on
Snap and I like Daily Wild.
The one on BET, I love that one. What's the one? Shit. I shouldn't say I love it, but I'm
not gonna spend all these many years with you, then kill you and got to spend a whole nother 30 because I didn't like it. I will pack up my shit and get on.
Like that. The one on what's the other one? They always be like looking for the bitch. I always see like a missing person. Kind of found I be the spouse they be young. You remember the heist when it went? Listen. When I knew it was a motherfucker problem, when our skin with the killing motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? Y'all know. You know what I'm talking about, Capital.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't think
of the name of the show. Yeah.
Yes, it was like when I saw that. Listen, like everybody, like I'm surrounded by my real life friends, like that knows my everyday life. They thought that I was treating my baby in a certain way, like you live like scary. I'm not living.
It's for my man.
Not for my man. It's the other one.
That's a good one too, though. Residential.
It is good. Well, I named that one for my man, not Snap. It's the other one. That bitch was the first one that came out before For My Man, and it came out before Snap.
Is it like a question? How I got something?
No, it's not. It's on you can watch it. It's an episode. They make you pay now to watch them. But
For My Man.
No,
but what I'm saying is, like, when I tell y'all,
not Deadly Desire.
I realize we as people or like let go of ourselves. That was the first show I seen where we let go of ourselves. Where the police,
Daily Desire is a good one too, Kappa.
damn,
Desire.
I wanna, god damn, oh, Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction. Yes.
Fatal
That was a
Attraction was
movie
the
and
Oh,
then
I
they
know what
first
you're
started
talking
doing a
show
about.
show.
that I knew that we was the ones off of that. I was out when it shook me so bad when I got the
It's on TV One. You
police.
can watch them on TV One now. And Tubi.
Yes, that
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction. When I
Love
knew
Can Be
it was
Murder.
us
Yep.
that was like, cause you know how we grew up that we didn't do those such a things, right? But now that I'm older and I think back, I'm like, why would we not? We hold secrets. We're fed up. We lie, right? Son ain't got to condition that. My daughter ain't did this. My daughter ain't got
Yep.
to condition. Right? Makes sense.
Yep.
So now that I'm in this protect mode, they like, oh, you live. No, I live for my daughter. That is the way it's supposed to go.
When they have children, right? Because Madison has never been in trouble. She's very much so soft spoken. She doesn't like confrontation, right? But there will never come a time when she is at school or if she's with her father or she's with another grandparent and they come to me and say, hey, Tasha, Madison did such and such. The parents that I look for that I don't want Madison around their children are the parents when I go confront them on their child's behavior and I say, hey, or such and such did this or such and such said this, hey, I'm just letting you know. And they be like, no, my
Would
child
never
would
do
never.
that.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I would
Yep.
never be one of those. I don't want to be one of those parents. I wasn't raised by that kind of parent. Even now,
Yep.
I'll be 40 in January. I have 5 brothers. My mama will still get in my behind and she is only 4'11". I am terrified of my mama. I'm
Yep.
5'7". When she stand up off that chair, when my mama sit at the bar stools in her kitchen, like if she gotta have a step stool right there. That's how little she is. She only 4'11". Child, let her raise up at that bar stool because I said something. I'm running out the door. Keys, no keys. I'm gone. Like
But
that's
you
the
know
whole
what?
problem. People enabling their children's bad behavior and not wanting to get in their behind, and then they get grown, and you create grown freaking brats.
Yeah.
But that don't happen no more. You know what happens? If you check my child, I'm gonna tell you what this story goes. If you check my child, I'm gonna whoop your ass. But you remember when we growing up, Miss
Everybody
Susan, Miss
checked you.
LMA,
And then you got
oh,
whooped
you get a
again.
whole ass whooping before you get home, and you got an ass whooping there. Times are changed. Ain't no much. These young hoes like that. It take a village. Bitch, let the village in. You want
Now,
village?
I would never put my hands on anybody's child or
But
like
no,
chastise
no, no.
somebody's
You missed
You
the
child.
don't you
point,
don't have
baby.
you don't
You
They
have
want a
to.
okay.
motherfucking
They the whole
village to help
neighborhood
you
would
pay
jump
your
on you.
rent.
I
You want
think
a
putting
village to help you borrow sugar. You want a village to help you pay the light bill. Bitch, let the village get on this kid ass. I
Yeah.
growed up with a
you have to. I feel like you have to instill a certain amount of fear in these children.
I
When
ain't
when
doing it.
their parents say, "I'm gonna call your grandma," and they immediately back up, I don't
Yep.
put my hands on them. All I got to do is raise my voice.
Yep.
Just raise the octaves in that voice, and you would swear that I done got me a paddle and tore their ass up.
And I have
That goes
never.
for any of my family members
But
that
you
I
go
am
to
close
jail
to.
for that
They
night,
will they will bring.
Glock.
Well,
You go to jail for
you
that
know
night,
what? I've
Glock.
heard that before, and I'm gonna take that motherfucking ride. I'm gonna take that ride because what you won't do is you won't blame me because they took a butcher knife to school and got somebody. You won't
Yeah.
blame me for some stuff that they did when all it took was for me to talk to them. To talk to them. It may not be, I'm not sugarcoating that shit the way y'all white people do that. Oh, not Johnny.
Mm-mm.
You know you should have taken more bullets for your AK-47 than to pew pew up that school. Bitches, you crazy?
Listen.
I
Listen.
have never
I'll
told
take
my
that ride.
people what my child will or will not do because I knew all 3 of them had supposed to do
Stuff
anything
behind your
that
back. They do
anybody
all
else
kind of
do
stuff behind your back.
exactly when I'm
Yeah.
not there. Yeah.
But listen, the worst ass whooping I ever got wasn't even from one of my parents. Me and I had an Asian friend in third grade, child. Yoon Soon was his name. we was cutting up in third grade, and the teacher called. Teacher called a nurse, so she was asleep. She worked evenings. She was asleep. She got his mama, and his mama worked at a meet overnight. She came up there to the school, and when I tell you, she pulled us both, snatched us both out the classroom, tore us both up in the hallway, and put us back in those seats for cutting up and talking back to the teacher. So, I'm like, okay, cool, because then my mama don't know, because his mama came